All right, everyone, welcome back in here on day 4 here on the channel. We actually have some big updates. We got 1999 done. We got the old Peace done. We've got Whispers in the Walls done. And we've got the Lotus Eaters done. So that means the only thing that we actually have left to do is Call of the Kubro and the Veilbreaker and the Jade Shadows. And then the one mission on Saya's Vigil on Sadis, and we'll have everything completed. So it's pretty big for 4 days of actual gameplay to be able to get everything done in the story. And the story gives you a lot of good weapons. You get the bow from the new war, you get the broken war, you get a free Warframe, you get a lot of cool mods and things like that. So what I would tell new players, especially if you're new and you're watching this, just try to get through the whole story. Like I did it with Mag, pretty much the whole, 90% of this. Even in the new war, like at MR3, I was able to do the new war. Just make sure you upgrade your ship and you should be fine. Your railjack, they give you the Necromech now, so you don't have to farm for that, thank goodness, because that's used to be an intensive grind. So go through the whole story, and as most Warframe players will tell you now, we are in the real game where you're getting all the Warframes, all the weapons, and you're optimizing your builds. This will cost a lot of plat. You have to get certain arcanes you can farm for them, or everyone has a favorite Warframe or weapons combination. I really like Kullervo, so in the next couple episodes, we're going to farm for Kullervo and Duviri, and I'll kind of show you how to do that. If you're looking for a good melee Warframe, they actually gave us the free Warframe that we don't have to farm for is Daggeth, so that was really big. If you haven't gotten him, make sure you get him and get him farmed up. I already have him done. I just have to wait for the Helminth to unlock. That's the one thing I really wish they might look into changing. Apparently, you can't get the Helminth, even if you get it unlocked in the Deimos bounties, until MR8, which I can kind of understand why they do that. They don't necessarily want new players subsuming Warframes without knowing what they do. But on the other hand, I think it maybe should be like MR5, because after your 4th or 5th day, you should be pretty much understanding on how the game works. But so we're locked on the MR lock. Right now we're MR6, so we have a few days to get the Helminth, and once I do that, then we'll start to get more power. Titania Prime and Volt Prime are building, so about the same time as they get built, the Helminth will be unlocked, and then we can do Gauss's Thunder into Titania to make sure she can clear all the missions so we can unlock Steel Path, and then of course Volt will be ready for the Eidolon hunts to get more focus and other things that you get with the Eidolons. So pretty happy with how the account's going. I really like the fact that we've actually unlocked the whole story in 4 days, so that gives us more time to get the MR lock. There's no really timeline or date to get to MR30. I would like to get it by summer, so it'd probably take about 4 or 5 months of hard grinding to get everything unlocked, all the weapons, all the Warframes. You have to do the Zaws too. And I heard that they've changed some of the Zaws since the last time I played, where the Zodian containment doesn't exactly work like it used to. I used to use it with, I think, Kullervo to try to double jump and then launch the explosion out of it. I'm going to hope it still works. I'll make a video on it just to see if it still does or not, because that's actually one of my favorite ways to play, is just use Kullervo with his melee amplification and then use the Za to just destroy everything around you. But we'll have to take a look and see. We'll actually do that as well. We'll make sure we get the Kullervo grind going. That'll take probably a few days, probably 2 days. And Duviri, you have to get the Rue Marrow and all the plants and stuff. Now we're, like I said, now we're into the real game where you have to go do a lot of fishing, a lot of hunting, a lot of mining. I'm not a big fan of the mining in this game. I really feel like it could be upgraded or maybe touched up, but we have to do that. And of course, our bounties on all 4 of, the 3 open worlds, and then in the Zarmuth to get the pinions from the angels to get everything unlocked there. And then I'm hoping to get the Torrid going, and we can get the Incarnate for that. And that's pretty much what it'll be. It'll be just having fun now, playing Warframe, unlocking relics, opening relics, collecting platinum, and just enjoying the game. That's pretty much where a lot of players are now, just playing and unlocking everything. And then once we get to MR30, that'll be pretty much it. But like I said, I'm happy on how things have gone. I also want to say I appreciate everyone liking and subscribing, just as a new channel. So it really means a lot to me. And then, like I said, the MR grind is going to take a while. So we'll be at it pretty much every day when I can. And so the videos might slow down just a little bit because I don't want to bore you guys with like, MR17, MR18, and it'll take a few days to actually get the weapons and stuff going. So it'll probably take like 2 to 3 days for every MR lock. But anything cool that I do, I'll show. Like if we get cool stuff, or we might start doing some guides on Warframes, like Mag and Kullervo, and just kind of go that route now that we've kind of completed the story and we're just kind of like normal players now. We're just playing to play. The new update in March will be super cool. That's why I tell players in the beginning to make sure you try to get the story unlocked as fast as possible. Warframe has a lot of content drops every year, and a lot of them are locked behind completion, especially the new war. I know like when Octavia came out and Noko and things like that, their newer Warframes, a lot of that's locked down behind the ability to complete in the new war. So that's also very important, just to make sure you keep up on the story. And then, of course, the bounties as well, because sometimes they put stuff locked behind the bounties. They've kind of changed that in the last couple of updates. Like I know with Noko, it's not so much a bounty thing. It's kind of just a grind. He'll be a grind to get. I might show that on a video as well to kind of show you what it looks like to be able to grind for him. Down in the Undermine, and of course Octavia. I actually like Octavia's grind. It's a lot better in my opinion than Kullervo. To have the ability to get the rune marrow and things like that, and the clamps is really valuable. So there's a few other things I kind of have to show off, maybe like little tips and tricks. But as you can see here, we're in Helena and Hydroid, just upgrading weapons and Warframes. I did Daggeth, and I did a bunch of like melee swords and weapons and things like that to try to be able to level up quickly. I know there's other ways to do it. Like you can go to the open world and see this, and then do like you fly up high in the air and do it that way. You can do the Samarith route as well, but I kind of like to just keep it old school, stay in Hydroid. And plus you're going to get relics here. And as an early game player, relics are really valuable. One of these episodes will be just completely a relic run where we probably do like 2 hours or 4 hours of just opening relics. Because right now, the thing that's really the bottleneck is not so much the credits or even the relics themselves. It's actually the platinum, to try to speed things up, to get the resource boosters, to get the credit boosters, to get the Warframe slots, the weapon slots. I had to sell a lot of the generic weapons, like the MK weapons and things like that. So if you're feeling like you're at a bottleneck with that, there's a guide on what weapons you need to keep, because some weapons you actually need to keep to build other weapons. So if you're feeling like you're running out of weapon slots, there is I think on their wiki, you can check to make sure you don't sell off a weapon. Never sell off like the Broken War or any of the story quest ones, because it will take you forever to get it back. Like Hate, for example, never sell that because players are still looking for that. Some of the players in this game, I actually ran into Stalker twice yesterday, and I got 2 more of the bows. So I'm still looking for Hate. Actually, on my main account, I think I got it within like the first 3 weeks. It was like insane. And then, of course, War also will be something to maybe keep a look on once we start getting another Broken War out of the shop, because I don't really want to sell my Broken War to build the War right now. So, but yeah, guys, like I said, we're just going to do MR grind now, kind of touch up and get ready for the update in March. And then the next time I see you, we should have Titania Prime. We have Volt Prime. We'll do some Eidolon stuff. We'll have Kullervo going, and we'll hopefully have the Helminth unlocked, and I can kind of show you what that looks like. And that'll speed us up really good for the MR grind to MR30. Titania will help us in so many ways. She's so valuable for the plat grind, the ability to do Corrupted Vault super quick, get through the whole star chart to get the Steel Path, to start getting the Vital Essence to complete the arbitrations, to get like some of the mods and things like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. I just want to say thanks again for subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.